Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Eva. Very amazing that you are here. This is a recording of a healing meditation. So basically what you can do is just sit back, relax, meditate along and receive the healing. Just be in an open receptive state and you don't need to do anything else. Close your eyes and enjoy. And I will guide you through the whole meditation. In the beginning, I always need like a minute to tune in and then I start sharing and this will last for about 20 minutes. And I would also like to invite you to my free healing meditation, which is on every Thursday at 9 o'clock Central European Time. Everybody's very welcome to join. We are an amazing group meditating for about 15 minutes together. The energy is really strong. There's a lot of healing and clearing happening as well, and a lot of very interesting information coming through. So if you are interested, please join us. If you have never joined us before, please join. It's always very amazing. And okay. Enjoy this meditation. I start with opening up the energy field. And bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. I fill up the expanded space with light. And the energy field can always be more expanded. And we can always have more light in our system. So this is a never-ending process. I mean, this all is a never-ending process. We're never done anyways. But I'm just saying that so that you know. But this is the beauty of it, right? To be always be able to experience more expansion and to be able to explore new areas and explore parts of ourselves that we didn't know before. So that's really exciting. And I think it's really amazing that we can do that. So yeah. So I'm still filling up this expanded space with light. So there's a lot of light coming in. Our system is getting filled up more and more and more. Then I clear surface energies. Surface energies are all sorts of energies that are floating around the top of our system. So I'm just clearing them because we don't need them at the moment. And those are the energies that are distracting. So they're the ones that cause distraction, where we can get caught up. And they're basically just the opposite of feeling inner peace or clarity or silence or all of it. And so I'm clearing them. And by clearing them, more light can enter the system and also the body and the system. So the system is the energy bodies and the body. All of them basically can relax more. And by relaxing more, it automatically opens up more and more light can enter. So for example, when you are in a situation and you feel contraction in your system, and you are aware of that. It's only possible, of course, if you're aware of that. You feel contraction because some energy is triggered, or you are caught in some low vibrational energy. Mostly the system contracts. It's often enough just to relax so that the energies can leave the system, or at least not have such a strong impact on you. The impact is just there because we contract, and then the energy gets stuck. And this is the problem. We want to have an open system and an open, relaxed system. So it's basically the system is then surrendered to the extent that it's possible in that moment to what is. It's open, the energies can flow. Certain energies can flow out, high vibrational divine light can flow in. So I'm still clearing surface energies. There's the energy of relaxation present. So the system can relax even more. The body can relax more. More relaxation is happening. More relaxation is happening. More and more. So you can really melt into the position you're sitting in or laying in right now. Just melt into it more and more. Allow yourself to melt into it. Energies of worries, I'm clearing those energies. They're just surfacing. Worries that were present or are present right before or right now, before we started. Then I clear them out of the mind, so I clear worries and all sorts of other thoughts as well. And in general, I clear the energy of worry out of your energy field and also out of the third chakra. Okay, so there is an energy in our system, a misunderstanding. It's a doing energy. So to accomplish something, the energy thinks we need to do certain things. And this is, of course, true on one level. So we need to do to manifest. This doing needs to be there to manifest something in this reality. But there's also the energy of doing and not stopping and doing all the time. So I clear this kind of energy, because this is not the one of the highest truth. Because if the doing comes from an impulse and then life is happening and then we do something in an effortless way, then this is of the highest truth. But I'm talking about an energy that makes us do something all the time, because we think if we don't do so, for example, work all the time, exercise all the time, meditate all the time, cook all the time, look after somebody else all the time, it doesn't really matter what it is. So just this urge, I need to do this because otherwise I'm not a good person. So I clear those energies. I'm not a good person. Heart chakra, I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person if I don't do certain things, whatever that is for you. If I'm not doing, clear this energy. I need to do certain things. Or otherwise I'm not a good person. Or the opposite, I'm not allowed to do certain things. Heart chakra again, I'm not allowed to do certain things. So I'm not allowed to do them. I'm not allowed to do them. I'm not supposed. I'm not supposed to do them. I'm not supposed to do them. I'm not supposed to do them because if I do them, I'm not a good person. So opposite. We mostly carry both energies in our system, just the stories. The stories are very different, how they got there, but we just clear those energies. And then the core energy is always, I'm not a good person, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough, 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 I'm not good enough. So I'm clearing a lot of different energies around I'm not good enough. I'm not allowed to do certain things. I'm not supposed to do certain things. I shouldn't be doing certain things. I shouldn't want certain things or desire certain things. I should do something different than I would desire or would want. What I'm doing is wrong. I should do something else. If I have the feeling I want to do this and then somebody else says, hey, but why don't you do that? And then you do that because you feel like that's the better choice because somebody else gave it to you because you don't trust yourself. Or you have the energy in your system that if somebody else tells you to do certain things, that you prefer doing them over yours because you feel like they're worth more or they're more important. So clear those energies. It basically comes from not trusting yourself or your own impulses, your own intuition, or putting your desires. So when I talk about desires, I'm not talking about like desires from the ego, but from the heart, from the true nature, from your beingness. You put these desires aside because there is a program in your system, there are energies in your system that are basically saying other people's wants and needs are more important than yours. And we just clear them to neutralize them because we just want to have a neutral space. And in that neutral space, you can then decide in the present moment when a certain experience is coming in, where you have to make this choice. You make the choice what feels right to you in that present moment from a heart level, from the impulse. And this choice can vary from one situation to the other. Like there doesn't have to be consistency, because we are always different. Every day is different. Every situation is different. If we feel like we need to be the same all the time, or we need to make the same choices all the time, over and over again, it's just because we're choosing a program which is not of the highest truth. Because every moment is fresh, every situation is different, and how we are, how we feel, and how we decide also changes. So this understanding is coming in and it's manifesting in every cell of your body because this is very important. If we are hopping on the same information, same energy all the time, so I often share it as like a train track. So if we hop on the train, if we hop on one energy, we can only go where the train goes. So there is no other option. But if we have a car, we can go wherever we want. And this is exactly the same here. If we feel we have to make the same choices over and over again because of certain energy patterns in our system, it's basically we're just hopping on a train over and over again, going to the same destination. So there is the free will is very much what's the best way to describe that? It's not there in these moments so much. Let's say it like that. So we want to have every moment fresh where we can decide and make the decision that's best in that present moment for us and for everybody around us. So this is what we want. And this energy is coming in. So this trust, the trust that this is basically the best possibility or the highest truth. It's going to manifest for you in your unique way. So it's different for everybody. So that's coming in right now, the trust that this is the highest truth and not the energy patterns that have been piled up in your system throughout your lifetime, understandings you inherited from parent, society, teachers, or other adults around you when you were younger. or habits. So this understanding is coming in, the trust that you have the capacity to make that perfect choice for you and everybody else. So first of all, that the capacity is there. So I clear everything that thinks you don't even have the capacity or the possibility. Because you are heart chakra, I'm small, I'm unimportant, or I'm not important, I'm not important, I'm not important, others are more important, I'm not important. Or I have to defend myself, I'm the most important person, that I don't care about anybody else. So this would be basically kind of the opposite. So we just want to neutralize. So I'm first, which is totally fine, it's totally fine. It's just, where is it coming from? And putting other people first is also fine. It always depends, where is this coming from? Again, from an energy pattern, or from your, in the present moment, from your highest truth, from your true nature. So clear it for heart chakra. And then underlaying, I'm not good enough, 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 I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy for the best possible choice, to make the best possible choice for me and others. I'm not worthy. I'm not seeing them. So clear those energies. I also clear energies that are in the way of seeing them. And when you make a choice in the present moment, just know it's always the first impulse. It's always the first, the first information that comes up. And then usually the mind comes in and starts contemplating, start thinking about that first impulse, that first information. But it's the first information that's of the highest truth. The mind will give you pros and cons, and will tell you why to do certain things and not to do certain things. It basically can come from all directions. Like, you can have a list of 10 reasons why you should do something or why you shouldn't do some things, and then you can even have 10 more and 10 more and 10 more. Like, the mind has endless stories for you, endless, from all directions. So this is why the mind is not often the best ally for your best choice. It's always like the first impulse, the first information that's present. And often you don't even have like an information why this is the first choice, or this would be the choice. Often the information is not even there. You just know, okay, this is what it is, and then you just choose that, and then you will see anyways. You see anyways. So this trust is coming in, to be able to listen to this first impulse and this first information that comes up more. So it comes from your field. I'm strengthening this, the trust into that. So the energy of trust is in general coming in, and I'm also strengthening the trust in the heart chakra, trusting the first impulse, trusting the intuition, trusting the first information that's present, because this is the information coming from your true nature and is of your highest truth in the present moment. And this is the one to follow. And eventually, when all these other energy influences are gone, you would be following only one impulse after the other, and that's it. Like, there's nothing else to follow. Like, you don't listen to the mind anymore, because you have seen through the stories, and like, I'm not going to believe that. Not going to believe my mind anymore. Because the mind can only, like, it can create a story about something, but it's always past related, because the mind doesn't have future information. So it can only project past information into the present moment or into the future. Which is also possible to navigate around, of course, but we prefer to navigate from like that, what's like the true nature and the system, the information of the system, and what's there is like 80%, and the mind is 20% of importance of navigating this reality. And the mind is more there for remembering things if or only when they are important, or to do certain tasks, to read something. It's a tool. But where the real information is coming from, it's coming from our beingness. And this is, the information is stored in our energy field, and this is coming forward. And this is what we want to access. The system is getting more and more of this understanding. It understands it now, so I'm getting a yes from the system. And trust, the trust is now, a lot of trust is now there, that this information is of your highest truth, and to follow this information. And there is like energies coming up, but I can't predict, like when there is an impulse coming up and I don't know the outcome, I can't predict the outcome, I don't prefer it. So I clear those energies, heart chakra, I don't prefer it, I don't prefer it, I don't prefer it. I feel insecure. I feel a lack of security and a lack of control. So I clear those energies, clear those energies. And I put more energy into the heart chakra around, again, around listening to your impulse, listening to the first impulse, to your intuition. Trusting that and welcoming that, also welcoming that, okay, I want to listen to my intuition. I want to have this information being very present so that I see it. So also, I ask the energy now to basically tell your intuition to come up in a certain way that you understand it right away. Oh, that's my intuition. Okay, so I'm going to create a space, and this is where your intuition is going to show you how it's going to come up for you, so that you then see it when you are in your everyday life experience, and you go through your everyday life experience, and then the intuition is showing up, that you exactly know what it is. Okay, so when I say it's coming up, then it's coming up, and you see how it's going to manifest in your system for you. Okay. All right, so how your intuition is communicating with you is showing up right now. Okay. If you felt something, if you got some information, amazing. If you haven't, that's also totally fine. Just see how it's gonna come up in your everyday life experience, because it's all about then how it's manifesting, so that you know, or then you will feel and experience how it's coming up, and then you can just listen to it over and over again. Probably it takes a little bit of practice at first, because we're so used to listen to our minds. But when we are aware of it, we can listen to it, and then over time, it will be the only impulse or the only information we are going to listen to, and not the mind anymore. Again, this is also a process, like everything. This is all a process. And we experience, let's say, betterment, or better word is okay, I don't have a word for it, but if you feel like you have more and more access to your intuition, you just know it's working. That's the best way I can describe it. And you will. By healing and clearing the system, it's just part of healing and clearing the system, that seeing the intuition and being able to act on intuition is there. Just part of it. It's an outcome. Okay. So I'm going to finish this meditation in a minute. Let's just sit with this beautiful energy that's present, that trust energy. Okay, this meditation is over. Thank you very, very much for joining and receiving this healing. That was another really good one. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section, or if you want to share your experience. I'm always very interested in, yeah, what your experience was after doing this meditation or while you're doing this meditation. And yeah, please leave me a like if you enjoyed this one, and see you for the next meditation. Okay, bye bye. Okay, we are finished. Thank you so much for joining. That was a really amazing meditation. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comment section how it was for you if you want, or if you have any questions, let me know. And it would be amazing if you can give me a like. And yeah, thank you very much for joining, and see you for the next meditation. Bye bye.